Australia's startup ecosystem is thriving and is supported by an equally strong Australian economy, ranked 13th largest in the world. But while Australia's global entrepreneurial ranking is 7, research suggests Australian firms are generally outclassed by their international peers when it comes to new-to-market and new-to-world innovation. This research is supported by the fact that a new startup is founded every 3 minutes, yet the rate of failure among new ventures is around 42%. In March 2017, KPMG launched a new division, High Growth Ventures, a small team led by Amanda Price. High Growth Ventures recognised a unique business opportunity to help startups achieve sustained high performance through a focus on holistic health and well-being, coupled with providing entrepreneurs strategies to grow their business and gain access to capital, customers, and global networks. KPMG's Mind Body Craft program will be offered to 10 Series A co-founders from June.
Well, thanks, Tam. KPMG's Mind Body Craft program is a new and unique offer. In order to understand how to best market the program, we began with a thorough situation analysis. An external analysis was conducted to evaluate the competitive strength of KPMG in the same industry. We began by reviewing the customer landscape and used survey data to build personas and empathy mapping to better understand the average consumer. The average startup founders are Australian male founders aged between 30 to 40 years. When looking at competitors, modeling suggests that while KPMG has a strong brand presence in the consulting service industry, there is no market presence associated with mind or body. When KPMG launched this service, it will find itself competing with a range of new competitors in both advisory and health industry. This may present challenges as a new market entrant. An internal analysis was also undertaken to gain an understanding of KPMG's strengths and weaknesses. Using a SWOT and SOurce models, we studied the relationship between each of the strengths and weaknesses with the opportunities and threats. This feasibility will help KPMG capitalize the strengths and opportunities by minimizing the weaknesses and threats. The strategy derived from the analysis, which we'll talk about shortly, include the development of multi-layered program, emphasize on building brand awareness, building sustainable partnerships with participants and industry experts to boost credibility.
As the situation analysis suggests, the core offer of a Mind Body Craft program has real potential, albeit niche. A strategic marketing plan has been developed using a combination of design thinking and traditional marketing methodology. Specifically, I'd like to begin by drawing your attention to the market segmentation. In the client brief, KPMG clearly outlined the proposed program is aimed at co-founders of mid-market companies approaching Series A funding. However, based on our segment analysis, 2 target markets have emerged. The primary target is closely aligned with the original client brief, and the secondary target captures a larger segment of new founders. This additional target market provides an avenue to expand and grow the core offer. This leads us to take a closer look at the recommended marketing strategy. As mentioned earlier, KPMG has very limited market share in the health and wellbeing market. As such, it's recommended that a strong, emotive program name be selected. This will help give the program an identity and allow KPMG to distinguish between its core professional service offering and its new holistic wellbeing and performance offer, introducing Higher Order Program. The name reflects the vision of the program and pays homage to the higher order thinking skills such as critical, logical, reflective, and creative thinking. Furthermore, to be of the highest order suggests excellence, first class, and unparalleled performance. We know the Mind Body Craft offer represents a new product to enter the market, so an emphasis will need to be placed on brand awareness and positioning when launching the program. KPMG's strong brand reputation is intrinsically linked to the firm's core offerings of audit and assurance, tax, and advisory. The marketing strategy will look to leverage this while creating a space to establish the program as a one-of-a-kind opportunity. To this end, it's recommended the offer be positioned as highly esteemed and somewhat prestigious to align with KPMG's current positioning. Continuing with this theme, a value proposition has been created. Business, balance, brilliance. It takes into consideration the services and expertise KPMG has to offer, as well as the limitations faced by startup founders when looking to accelerate the growth of their business. It takes into consideration the services and expertise KPMG has to offer, as well as the limitations faced by startup founders when looking to accelerate the growth of their business. It draws attention to KPMG's global reach while creating a sense of accessibility for startups. It's important to recognise that the core offer is very niche. To achieve profitability and growth, it's proposed that the offer be expanded into a 3-tier business model. In its entirety, the model looks to monetize the attraction of emerging startups, deliver the core mind, body, craft offering, and drive new business into the firm's broader professional services streams. Starting from the left, the model identifies an opportunity to attract and engage the secondary target market with a light version of the program. This would be delivered as a digital offer made available as a subscription-based service. Here, participants will be given monthly access to online materials which support business growth and provide insight into sustained high performance. The next phase in the model is the core program, higher order. KPMG's original framework continues to hold true. However, it's recommended that the program be positioned as a freemium or a program that attracts no upfront fees to remove barriers to participation. This show of commitment should not be taken lightly by participants. Instead, it should be positioned as what is hopefully the start of an ongoing B2B relationship. Reward for KPMG's ongoing commitment, extending past the conclusion of the program itself, would be through the negotiation of an equity share in the startup at a mutually agreed point. The final tier of the business model draws on the aforementioned B2B relationship. This component looks to reward the participants for their affiliation with KPMG, and through a business partnership arrangement would see KPMG offer participants consulting services at a marginally reduced cost. The final recommendation identified in the marketing strategy is the development of strategic partnerships. While KPMG has achieved global brand recognition and is renowned for its deep expertise in professional services, as identified earlier, they have very limited presence in the health and wellbeing market. Using third-party stakeholders to act as advocates of mind, body, craft will assist in building brand awareness and trust in the product. In addition, there's potential to engage health and wellbeing program partners to develop and deliver portions of the mind and body components of the program. Suggested partners include Daniel Flynn, co-founder and managing director of Thank You. Daniel has been identified as a potential ambassador and someone who participants can relate to and/or inspire to. Michelle Bridges, founder of 12-Week Body Transformation, an entrepreneur in her own right, as well as a known fitness coach. And the Black Dog Institute, who has well-founded research and materials aligned to the target markets, men and high-risk workforces. The added bonus of said partnerships is being able to leverage the advocate's personal brand to build awareness and positioning of the program.
To support the implementation of the program, key communication methods and tactics have been identified across 4 stages of consumer engagement. In the early stages, establishing KPMG's brand and new value proposition will be of utmost importance. However, as a niche end user has been identified, each of the promotional activities in the desire and action phases should be as targeted as possible. Implementation has been split into 2 phases, with initial emphasis placed on launching higher order, building brand awareness, and introducing program ambassadors. Phase 2 of the implementation program, scheduled for 2019, will look to launch the expanded light version while continuing to deliver and strengthen KPMG's core offering. To build brand awareness and help drive a strong return on investment for KPMG, an integrated, multi-layered communications approach has been developed. The objective of the plan is to promote KPMG's mind, body, craft, higher order, as Australia's leading platform for startups, helping them to achieve sustained high performance for founders. Our aim in promoting the program through earned, owned and paid media is to position KPMG as a trusted advisor, connecting holistic health and wellbeing with sustained operational performance, while demonstrating KPMG's ability as a world-class professional services provider in supporting entrepreneurs achieve their business objectives. Our approach to paid media involves taking out quarter-page adverts in the Australian Financial Review, Sydney Morning Herald, and Age newspapers, which represent the highest read media among founders. Ads would be placed on the paper's highest readership days or to align with key features such as innovation or technology. Across earned media, an exclusive interview opportunity would be pitched to Fairfax Media, owners of the AFR and Sydney Morning Herald. The exclusive would be followed by the release of a formal announcement issued across print and broadcast channels. Amanda Price, KPMG's head of high growth ventures, would be made available for interview. On the morning of the launch, a high visibility event scheduled at Martin Place in Sydney could take place to further drive brand awareness and start a broader conversation about the importance of equilibrium between mental, physical, and business health. Owned media would include social media posts announcing the launch of Higher Order, key moments of the launch event, and profiles of potential co-founders or KPMG's high growth venture team members and their unique journeys to success. The launch communications plan will be supported by a broader and longer term plan, which includes sponsorship opportunities and working with third-party ambassadors. The initial phase of work, including principal sponsorship and advocacy fees, is estimated to cost around $667,000.
In conclusion, while there's fierce competition in professional services, startup acceleration, and health and wellbeing industries separately, KPMG's holistic Mind Body Craft program is a new and unique offer. Nonetheless, the program looks to service a very niche target market, and as such, there are a number of limitations for sustainability and growth. One of the key limitations relates to KPMG's brand and reputation. A strong and trusted brand within the corporate ecosystem, KPMG has an inadequate presence in the health and wellbeing market. As this component accounts for 50% of the core offer, the success of the program will require the firm to quickly build credibility. The marketing strategy addresses these limitations. It looks at bolstering the core program offer through the establishment of partnerships. It explores expanding the business model to target a wider secondary market, and it identifies a method to channel businesses into the broader suite of KPMG's professional services. The marketing mix is strongly underpinned by a focus on brand awareness and positioning. In order for KPMG to distinguish between its core professional service offerings and its new holistic wellbeing and performance offer, a distinctive program name has been recommended: Higher Order. More importantly, the pricing model has been revised to make the program feel attainable to the target market, as one of the core objectives is to help founders avoid burnout. Adding a financial barrier to participate seemed counterintuitive, so instead an equity model has been developed. Finally, the Phase 2 launch of an online light version for emerging startups is designed to help offset the upfront cost of running the core program, increase brand awareness, and attract a pipeline for future higher order participants. Thank you.